What is going on, everybody? We are back on it, Berserk. Ooh, chapters 236 and 237. Had a lot of wildness going on with trying to learn the... Oh god, what are their names? I forgot the names of the other clan, the other nation. Regardless, he's somehow an apostle that also dips into like some kind of dark magic. I don't know what he's turned into. Because whatever that Zeus-like figure is, it goes up in the sky. It damn near like, can any apostle kill him? Like, I don't know what the limitations of that is or what he's able to do with his blood magic and the things that he does. Um, and then so I did ask the question. I got clarification that he is an apostle, the Demon King. 'Cause I had a question of like, are there no apostles out there that want like if you were an apostle, could you even get the choice to rebel without the God Hand just like insta smiting you down and erasing you from existence? They probably know your whereabouts and what you're up to at all times just because of whatever it is they are. So could you even rebel or get other apostles to band together to maybe have the hopes of taking them down? I thought no, because they would just be able to essentially just erase you, but maybe you could. But again, if it's a destiny thing, they probably know that that's not going to happen, so maybe they don't really like. Again, I don't think he's going to actually pose a threat. Griffith did show up riding um on top of Zod's back. Now I don't know the time frame of the stories that are happening right now because they showed us Zod in Windham, but then they showed us Zod also at the clubhouse fighting Skull Knight at the same time. So we know he can't be in two places at once. So I don't know what came first. I'm going to assume the Midland takeover happened first, and then Zod came over. It looks like we just skipped to them all being okay. I wanted to actually see how they got out of there because to me it wouldn't make any sense how they just don't get pursued and just ran down, you know? But they seem to be okay. We'll just have to accept it and see what happens. And hopefully we can get some timelines to start lining up here so we can see what came first and go from there. Let's press play on this. Alright, cool. Appreciate the Patreon members. We've been going insane. I think by the time this video comes up, we're going to be around 50 to 60. So hats off to you guys. I don't know if it's just because you want to support, if it's because of the Berserk, the One Piece, all of it, whatever. Greatly appreciated. Mic seems to be on. We are recording. Cool. Alright, let's do it. Chapter 236. Seem to have made it to the beach or the coast. I forgot we're still in pursuit of Puck's little homeland or whatever. Let's see. I understand Isidro grew up in the mountains, so it comes as no surprise. Oh, he's never seen water like this before. What? A child getting worked up just seeing the sea? It's just a big puddle. And it's sticky and stinks like salt. Sticky? Right, Shirka? Shirka's sad. So the armor's still on him. I'm very curious, like, what this, like, can he willfully take it off? Is it now, I mean, surely he can come out of the armor. He's gonna have to heal and bathe and just breathe. Does he now have it under control? I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Thanks. What's got you so distracted? Guts? Are you alright? Yeah, this man hasn't even recovered. I don't know how he made this journey on foot, given everything that's happened to him physically. I don't know how they got out of there. My body's not all that delicate, don't worry, but you really should take off the armor and rest for at least 4 or 5 more days. Talisman your mistress carved into this armor, Casca's necklace, probably won't last forever as substitutes. I've already been laid up a month. What? A month has passed? Jesus. Okay. That's okay. The pain definitely doesn't fade as much as it does when I'm fighting. But still, thanks to this thing, our journey won't be delayed. Even the wounds are a lot better thanks to your strong medicine and the bugs. What do you mean bugs, plural? Don't lump me in with that chestnut. Do not be negligent. That armor is cursed. You could end up going berserk in battle again. But now I've got a reliable magic user. He's putting a lot of faith that she's just going to be able to, like, pull him back to the light every time this goes crazy. So my thing is, like, what triggers it? Does he have to, like, put the hood, the helmet on? I'm guessing whatever... I'm guessing... Are we saying it's not actually triggering him? It just enhances when he is triggered? So I guess right now is a calm setting. We don't have to worry about the armor, like, playing with his mind, making Shirka look like an enemy, or Casca and him just, like, kind of raging on the group, I'm assuming. So maybe it only goes berserk when he actually has a reason to. I don't know. We're both elves here. Have some sticky cling elf airhead. But I know, Rash, it really was dreadful after that battle. Armor ate into his body for days, unable to be removed. The bleeding continued. When we finally removed it, we did get it off. Sharp pain made him repeatedly slip in and out of consciousness. Each time the wounds would again open. I want to see a shot of what he looked like. How did they get away? No matter how robust he is, if a mere human is to exchange blows with those monsters, for that he must, as a human, become a monster. But that time in Q, if something like that happened again, no, even now, his survival is not guaranteed. I don't know if this is really the... Oh, she's just thinking to herself. This is nice. Holy shit, she's smiling. What the hell? Oh, you guys can't see it, but Casca's actually, like... Huh. Interesting. I thought never again, never could I watch the sun set and be this calm. Never again could I sleep the night through. Everyone, let us fend off the sea breeze up there for the night. Yeah, and this is kind of the questions that I'm kind of getting into of, like... We know it's not a choice, and I've been saying this for 50 plus chapters, not more. If given the choice, if you could tell Guts right now, hey, you don't have to fight anymore, Griffith's not going to come after you, I think he would put down the sword. Now, he's not going to be Torfin, you know, saying I'll never fight again, but, like, he's not going to go around on a 2-year rampage of plucking off apostles and trying to find ways to get to Griffith and collecting behelits and, you know, just find a way to kill him. He'll still fight if the fight comes to him, but I think if you told him, like, hey, Griffith's not going to come after you, these things aren't going to come after you anymore. As long as you don't seek it, you'll be fine. I think right now, kind of seeing the way his mental goes and everything, he truly would, like, accept it. Just be happy with it. Now we know that's not going to happen, but I think he truly is at, like, an acceptance level. He's lost weight. He still swing that sword. Dang, just the muscle atrophy and everything. Dang, he does look malnourished AF. They've already rested a month? Wonder how they've been in. So this makes me think of, like, so are they not being hunted? Because there's no way you let a wounded dog get away like that. Like, they couldn't have made it that... Like, they had to really hid out somewhere, because Guts was unable to physically move. They're not going to carry his ass. I guess they're not after them for now. Looks good. What is it? Something seafood? You have made progress, but you still must not push yourself. I feel a lot better. He does look so scrawny, which is wild because we've never really seen him like this. every time as he's like aged and progressed in age, his frame has like kept up with it. Damn, given like Griffith flashbacks, not that bad, but I lied. The wounds haven't closed much on this journey. Then why tell him that? In addition, if the sea breeze blows over him, despite it being night, he won't be able to sleep. Dang, the wounds are that bad. This is my first bounty of the sea in so long. I wish to practice my art. Is it too salty? Just reminded me of the cuts in my mouth. Stuff's good. Golly, he looks so weakened. What's with that hair, though? Yeah, his hair did go blonde there. Damn Uzumaki exerting himself too much and his hair turning white. You don't look like the Black Swordsman now. The mostly Black Swordsman. God, I hate Puck. The slightly white swordsman. Appreciate it, guys. What kind of place is your homeland anyway? That takes care of your clothing makeover for now? Your equipment layout is now altered with ease of use in mind? Not bad, you're a handy guy. If I may say, these crab and shellfish corpses are pretty good. Kashan, that was the name of them, I'm just now remembering. Elfhelm? Surely Shirka has some kind of insight on this, and the other one, right? Of like this place and all these type of things. The utopia missed the sea, far to the west. The flowers blossom, the birds sing, and the elves dance the day away, etc. Not hell, Elfhelm. It's swarming with guys like you, right? I've heard of it from my mistress. On a legendary island in the Western Sea, an island called Skellig. Like the forest of the spirit tree, it belongs to the interstice, so it is unrecorded in that area of ocean, and regular humans cannot reach it. If it ain't recorded, so long as we have my elven navigation, it is said that many magicians live with elves on that island. I've always wanted to see it once with my own eyes. What about the other one? Valeria, does she have any, like, yeah, I've been there, like, because clearly she's from the same place. I don't know. Won't they be the ones treating you like a bumpkin? Talking to? Uh-oh, Farnese, what do you want? Shirka, I have an earnest request to make. Yeah, teach me magic. Hey, Farnese, what did you just... Would you be willing... I've been saying this. Wait, did they give Chick a haircut? Did I miss that, or is her hair just tied back? It's just tied back, looking like judo and shit. I've been saying this. This is how she fights. And who's to say she could be just like a female Casca? She is female. She could just be Casca, teaching her how to be quick in and out. She could be more like a Serpico fighter and what a Cedro aspires to be, rather than like guts. But maybe like knife to skin isn't her thing. And it's hard to... I would say it's hard to see the results of like swordplay and skill until you're in life and death situations to then display swordplay and skill. Which is asking a lot for someone that is a coward, essentially. I wouldn't say all that, but close enough. Whereas, like, if she's learning magic, if she sees herself, like, conjuring something or making something, it would maybe give her confidence that, oh shit, I can do this in different times. When you're just sparring, you're not really going for life or death shots. So Guts might, like, let her get one, or Cedro might let her get one and something, but, like, that's not going to happen when you're really out there. She might freeze up. But I've been saying, though, future magic. I think it'll keep Shirka's skills heightened. And it'll make Farnese of some use. Because it's hard to protect with a hand-to-hand combat weapon because of how close you have to get. If she's playing bodyguard to Casca, if she can just conjure shit from a distance and put a wall around them, she could be pretty useful. I've been calling for this for a while, so we'll see. And then Shirka said that there's other magicians there with other elves. This is sounding almost too good to be true, in my opinion. I have a feeling it's kind of going to be like Lord of the Rings, the first one. Remember when Gimli's like, oh, we'll go to the mines, you know, food for days and gold and dwarves, and we'll have beer for days, and they'll welcome us in. And they go there and it's a graveyard, like everyone's been slaughtered. There's nothing there. That's what I feel like we're about to run into. We'll see. Whoa there. Oh, so Farnese wants to become a witch? I've been thinking about it ever since the trolls. Look how earnest she is. Yeah, but I don't think it's a good idea for a grown-up to be a disciple to this little duckling. To be honest, my heart trembled that time. So much dread and excitement at all the miracles you caused at the art called magic. And I think, like I said, I think she sees that that could be more obtainable to fight the darkness and to give her some use than what she sees Guts doing, which is just... I don't know. Ain't you got no pride as an aristocrat? In this unknown world into which I took my first steps, I was powerless. I just hugged my knees and cowered. But when the time came that I had to protect someone, even one such as I, what gave me that courage was Casca and the magic dagger I got from you. She's so close to her face. But that is just a silver knife, so... kind of starting to sound like flattery. To me, the dagger was undeniably magical. Laura said, accept the great mysteries and explore the entire universe from within your world. That is the way of magic. There is a light of reason that illuminates the unknown darkness, then please I ask you to impart it to me. It is said that magic is quite unmasterable if one can remember a time when they did not study it. Well, one way to find out. Hey, we're all going to be hanging out quite some time. Already a month has passed. Who knows how long this journey is going to go. Might as well burn time and shoot the shit. Shirka's got to learn, and anyway, because she's not fully there either, so might as well. Isidro and gets his training up as well. It's because more than any other reason, as a person ages, they become bound by the world view of the physical world before their eyes. Those prejudices become harder to abolish. Fair enough. It's kind of giving the Star Wars vibes of like teach them to become Jedi when they're young. Like you take them when they're young so they don't build any attachments. It makes it easier to like slip to the dark side and those type of things. Same thing here. It's gonna be hard for her to like really let her mind go to that place when, because you saw how she was in the beginning, which I don't blame her. If I've never seen demons and apostles, I'm gonna believe that I'm not believing what I'm seeing. I don't blame Farnese's initial reaction. Remember way back when she was like, this can't be real. But you have been through some thoroughly dreadful experiences, so that does not seem to be a concern. I'm still in training myself, but I think I can at least teach the basics. I was about to say, if you could teach her to just like inscribe some talismans or put up like a wall, that is plenty. Okay. Thank you so much, teacher. I kind of feel bad though, because I did want her to find what she wanted through Guts. I like that dynamic of him saying, you know, you're welcome to tag along. I'm not going to hold your hand or be your babysitter. You got to find whatever it is. And I liked her like watching him aspiring to find something, like whatever it is that he has to help her get out of the darkness. I like that dynamic of the story. So it sucks that we probably won't get that anymore. Maybe she still will. Maybe she'll still look to him as like inspiration for things. And maybe she still will mentally. Maybe this is just giving her some physical powers. We'll see how it goes. Lady Farnese, a witch? Yeah, the bitch that almost burnt us at the stake now wants to become a witch. So right to spells. Yo, Skull Knight, what the hell do you want? You want to show up to be useless again? What do you want, man? Can I help you? Pretty dope shot. He shows up and offers nothing and disappears in the middle of the night. Damn. Pretty nice shot there. Let's see what we got. Chapter 237. Who is this? Casca? Oh, this looks like a boy. I don't know who that is. Interesting. This is a little Fellowship of the Ring. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Close. We're back. Everything fine? Is this Windham? Or are we passing through a village? Okay, we're right back where we were. Hey, let's go back, Shirka. The ocean's kind of creepy at night. Hey, out for a stroll? Definitely hard to catch any sleep. It's moonlight. You cannot sleep either, pretty much. Why must you wear your sword? It will overtax you. Habit I just can't relax without it. Your wounds might hurt, but even a forced rest would help. Put yourself in our shoes. I don't care much for the night sea. When you stare out at it, it gets to feeling like you'll be sucked to the bottom of those pitch black swells. I've never seen the sea before. My mistress spoke of it. She said it leads to the astral world. Does it? Slipped too far or something? Beautiful, graceful, ominous, and dreadful. A spectacle that touches everyone's heartstrings in some way. Can we get did we ever get a Shirka origin on where the hell she came from and how she came to be in her possession? Now, if it's a Destiny thing, then okay, but where'd she scoop her up from? Where does she come from? The original witch. And who taught her? I don't know. Such a place must be connected to the astral world, she said. All I did at the time was imagine it, but standing at the seaside like this, I understand what she meant at the time. I'm now in a place I don't recognize, though it's been but several days since then. It feels like I've come a very long way. I've set out upon a journey without return. You're trying too hard, you know. You only distract yourself like that, so cleverly set in your own ways, worrying about everyone else but yourself. I would never. If you keep that up now as a kid, you'll be old before time. But you know all about that. I like how they're starting to give her like a Cedro emotions on her face when like grown up and adults are saying things. They're trying to give her a little bit of personality. She instantly whips around. You needn't worry. When through death we magic users part with a loved one, it carries a different meaning than for you of the physical world. Us who live in both worlds, death is not an end, but an emergence into a new great existence. Never cause for sadness. As you're sad. As you're sad, yeah. You sure? I mean, she could let it out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know her upbringing and things. So it's like, has she ever been around other kids? Does she know? Does she know what it means to be a kid, or how to act, or emotions, or everything? I mean, when you just put a magical staff in someone's hand at that young of age, they probably don't even think themselves to be, and she's probably never had to really cycle through any crazy emotions or anything like that. But the reality kind of sets in that like what am I, 10? 11? I'm not even a teenager. There's a lot that I have to take. She's over here trying to, the words don't match the emotions. No. She finally just breaks it on down. Is she that short or is he that tall? I think it's a combination of both. This is the first time I've seen them like to scale. She's barely at his kneecaps. I feel relieved in a way. Yeah, she did get that up out of her system. Good. My eyes and nose sting from the sea breeze. To be honest, so do I, all over. Pushing yourself. What's up with her? You're freaking me out. Ah, look how fast you're growing up. Never would have guessed her first one be an older guy like him. Oh. She's saying she has a crush, which she might. Maybe some kind of father complex. Okay, we're getting a little weird. But I guess he is a lot better than the other two. One's a pushover housemaid, and the other's out of the question. Oh. And a monkey at that. What are you talking about? True, and she's never had, like, boy interaction either. A girl's first flowering feelings for this wild older man? Awkward. Very awkward. What is it? Company. What the hell do you want? Because you serve no purpose here, Skull Knight. You give us nothing, bro. So go ahead and tell us some cryptic message about how Griffith is doing something in 2 moonlights from now and something's gonna emerge, and then go drift off again. You still surviving? I could say the same for you. Person? I've been owing you lots of favors lately. Not like that's new. So for now anyways, thanks. So what brings you here today? I doubt it's to check on my recovery. Yeah, go ahead. What update do you have for us? Don't tell me that your being here means there's an apostle nearby. Color fades from the eyes, the tongue loses taste, shivering plagues the fingertips. It's an omen. Here we go. Another omen, another sign. Each time you wear that armor and fight as the Berserker, light, voice, warmth, you will come to lose many things. At least wear it and fight, and not just wear it, because he's been putting this shit on like fucking pajamas. So that's confirmed that's only going to happen when we fight, right? Hope so. That sounds about nasty enough for a cursed item from our place. Sounds nasty, alright. As always, you talk like you know everything. Yeah, he says a bunch of shit about shit. Thanks for the warning, but sorry, that ain't gonna happen. I'll never lose myself that way again. Next time I'll show you I can handle this thing with temperance. As he says, it will not happen again. That's what I'm saying. So has he tapped into something? Is there some kind of like mystical agreement between the two? Has he now found himself? But here's the thing, we don't know that for sure. It sounds great on paper, but until he has to do it again, TBD. I won't let that happen. You are the one who helped us at Q in the forest of the spirit tree. In that respect, you were most helpful. Begging your pardon, just what kind of relationship did you have with my mistress? She claimed the Berserker armor was a very dangerous fetish and prudently applied a seal to it. Yet she always gazed upon it somewhat longingly. Yeah, it was him. It used to be him. Supposedly that's how he's the way he is, maybe. Is it not this suit of armor something once worn by yourself? You are quite shrewd, as I should expect from the dearest student of the Witch of the Spirit Tree Forest. Indeed, that armor is something I once wore in the distant past, when we lived within the reason of time. Time, that means finish that statement. We were friends, exactly like the two of you now. Then we're gonna grow up to be like you guys. Fuck, if Guts makes it that far. I don't know if his body will keep up. The OD that dwells in that armor is as a flame which never dies out. Even once contained, the coals smolder. Chance it will explode into hellfire. Even with an applied talisman, never make light of it. If you wish to continue existing as a human, that is. Thanks for the kind words. While you're at it, could you fill me in? Why'd the apostles attack the old lady's mansion? I'm here for the same explanation. Sure, he's not gonna say shit. The hawk has but one goal. You should know it better than anyone else. He now exists beyond the reason of the physical world, where no one in the mortal realm can threaten him. It would be akin to someone in a story challenging the one who wrote it. It cannot be done. Stand and confront the hawk. One must also exist outside the story. And the reason my mistress was all the more so as a powerful wielder of magic. He must have considered one witch to be more of an obstacle than a host of 10,000. That's what I'm saying. And see, this is what I was saying. I had a lot of people like comment and send me messages of like, what would I expect? Because I think I made a comment along the lines of like, well, if this old lady knows what's happening and she's clearly been sending things out and she's kind of got like a knows where to show up with like the same way Skull Knight does, she knew the eclipse and these things were going to happen, right? She's clearly been able to peer into destiny. She kind of even was able to see when her own death was going to be. She didn't even try to fight it. I was like, well, dang, where were they during the eclipse? I was like, could she have not stopped it? Or maybe not stop it. Maybe it's such a hard, destined nexus point. Like, it's just a gravitational pull that the end result of it was going to happen. Griffith re-emerging was always going to happen. Maybe you could have played with it and saved somebody here, or maybe like it's Rickert that gets killed and Judo's the one that somehow gets left. You know, you could change the names, but the result's going to be the same. So her showing up, I don't know what happens. And the thing is, I don't know the limit to magic. Is magic even a threat to Griffith at all? Is it something he laughs at, or is it something that it doesn't even faze him? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what the limits of magic are in this story. Does it rival that of, like, are we saying God Hand, Behelits, Destiny, Apostles, magic users? Like, we're on the same power level? Or are we saying magic's more like down here and it's like you can't even, I don't know, but the way he's over here saying it is like it could pose a threat. So to me, that means magic must be able to do something decent, even if it's blasphemous to say that like magic cannot even touch what the God Hand is able to do. Okay, but clearly it was threat enough to go snuff her ass out. So again, I don't know where that limit is. Will we ever find out? TBD. But he's saying it though. I wanted to see it be a direct command, like we saw Griffith, like as the humans are celebrating and oh, Lord Griffith, the White Hawk has returned, he saved us. We see him like give a look or give an order to like hunt down the witch. I want to see him implementing these things. It's just people showing up in hearsay, which of course, you know, they're going to follow his orders, and I'm guessing that's what they're there for, but I want to kind of see him actually setting these things into motion, other than the apostles just showing up and be like, we're here for the Band of the Hawk. You know, we serve the one in... So, who knows? He must have considered one witch to be more of an obstacle than a host of 10,000. That's unforgivable. If you continue on your journey, you'll soon encounter the apostles again. What do you mean? And then perhaps leading them will be... Yeah. They're on a crash course. And again, the same thing I said with like the eclipse. It might just be a gravitational pull that they can't avoid. And that's what I was saying with Guts. I think even if he mentally said, you know, I'm going to put down my sword, I'm not going to go for revenge, Griffith can stay over there, we're going to stay over here on this little elvish island, live out our days, I'm going to work on my relationship with Casca, and we're going to die old, and that's going to be it. I think it would still, what he's trying to not go after would still find him. I don't think he has a choice. But then that's the thing again, because there's been discussions about like Skull Knight saying, well, maybe you live in between both worlds. Maybe you also live outside of time. But Destiny's still pulling its way to him. So he's going to run into Griffith again. What will Guts' status be at that time? Is that armor really going to be able to put up with like the god returning? Again, we know nothing about the God Hand and their limits. Maybe they're not as strong as I'm thinking. Maybe they are that strong. I don't know if like some armor puts him on that level. Mm. Oh Lord, getting angry. That armor. Better relax. To protect or to contend, you will continue to query your own soul. It's your fate as a man who stands in interstice. However, I offer this hope. What? The land you seek, the Lord of the Elves who sits there? Oh, it's for real, for real. It's called King Hanafuku? Of course, Hanafuku. Who you mean? I don't know what that means. You know him? I've heard that name. He is the king of the elves, reputed in legend to have immense power, and that name is recorded not only in grimoires but also many poems and stories. That bastard never said a word. How careless of me that the one governing Puck's homeland would be such a high elf. No way, say it ain't so. That little chestnut's king couldn't be. With his powers at hand, it might be possible for your partner, for the branded girl, finish the statement, to regain her mind. And you see, this is what I've been saying. I feel so lost as far as like power. Now I thought he was about to say some shit. Um, the Lord of the Elves, with the power he possesses, he could give you power that could rival that of the God Hand, which is what I thought he was going to say. Or he was going to say something along the lines of the Lord of the Elves, if you could get him on your side, has power that could rival that of the God Hand, is what I thought he was going to say. He's saying he's got the power to give Casca back to Casca. Um, Interesting. And then this is, I don't know, because we're back to this discussion again. Like, these things, these beings and things have been out there for so long. Like, where are you guys when this is happening? Now, Shirka did say this little elvish paradise, it doesn't rest in the physical real world. It's back in that astral again. Like, there's two worlds running side by side. They happen to have run into each other right now, but they're running parallel. So how Puck gets here, I don't know. Again, magic, who knows what you're able to do with that. When you've got like elvish kings that are this powerful and witches that are having bounties put on their head because they might present to be an obstacle and things, it's like, can you guys not band together and like squash this shit out? But it makes me think that like the only reason not is because the God Hand can't be that big of a factor, or they're not playing with everybody's destiny. In the astral, that's the only way that can make sense to me. Like, you've got these strong elvish kings that seem to have immense power. You've got Skull Knight who might be able to go back and forth, and who knows what else is out there. You've got apostles that might oppose him that we've seen on screen. You've got witches that might be enough threat that he's having his followers seek out and destroy. Like, all that can't come together and squash that shit? So the only reason, and who knows, like, you get like trolls maybe to fight against it. It seems like a lot. So my only thought process on that is the God Hand can't be controlling or having the influence that it has in the astral. Maybe they're just on an even playing field as everybody else. Trolls, elves, magic users, God Hand, demons, whatever. They all make up this thing, but there's no hierarchy. Everybody just kind of has their own levels. Magic users kind of reside here. God Hand resides over here. Trolls and shit are over here. Elves, they all just kind of make it, but the God Hand isn't like seeking to control the astral and dictate and pull the puppet strings and destiny and all those type of things like we see on Earth or the physical they're categorizing it as. So my thing is, who is the one doing the one that's like doing the destiny, and the Behelit was meant to find you. It's always gonna find you no matter what you do, and this was always going to happen and happens every 1,000 years, yada yada blah blah blah. Is that its own being within the astral that has the ability to dictate destiny of the physical humans on Earth or the physical world? And it has nothing to do with God Hand? Or is it one and the same? The being or the person or the spirit or whatever that destiny finds you, the Behelit was meant to come to you, the eclipse was always going to happen, yada yada, blah blah blah, is lock in step with like what the God Hand is and what they do. I don't know. It depends. That's my only reason, because you got witches, you got elves, you got trolls, you got all these other elementals, and I feel like they would all band together to take out some type of God Hand, in my opinion. And the only reason they don't is because they don't pose a threat to each other in the astral, so everyone just kind of does their own thing. It's fine. Now, with the witch residing on Earth in the physical, maybe he feels like that's a threat that needs to be taken out. I don't know. I can sit here and go back and forth because it's just information I don't know. So we could talk about it all day, but we'll go ahead and leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe.